The truth about everlasting punishment. In our last message, we explored how to live lives that please our Lord and King. Today, we turn our attention to His teachings about what displeases Him. Let us look to His Word, not with fear, but with hearts open to understanding His truth, so we can walk in His ways and stand unashamed before His throne. The narrow and wide gates. Jesus spoke of two paths in life, one leading to life and the other to destruction. He said in Matthew 7:13-14, "Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way, that leads to destruction, and many there be which go in there. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way, which leads unto life, and few there be that find it." The gate, he mentions, is not about a faraway heaven, but about the entrance to His eternal kingdom. It's a choice we face daily. Do we follow the world's ways, or the narrow path He has prepared for us? Christ's authority over the kingdom. Many imagine heaven as a distant place, but Jesus tells us what will happen when His kingdom comes. In Matthew 24:30, He says, "And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." This is the authority of our King. He comes to establish His kingdom and to judge the world in righteousness. Only those who enter through His gate will inherit the kingdom, as He declares in Matthew 25:34. "Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world." Living by the Spirit, not the flesh. The Apostle Paul warns us in Galatians 6:27-8, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. For he that sows to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that sows to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." Living by the Spirit means walking in obedience to Christ's commands, showing love, mercy, and kindness to all. It is a life that reflects the righteousness of God, not the corruption of the flesh. Judgment of the unrighteous. In Matthew 25:41-46, Jesus speaks of the sobering reality of judgment, saying, "Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not." The unrighteous respond with confusion, asking, "Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee?" And the King answers with these haunting words, "Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me." Finally, Jesus concludes, "And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal." This passage demonstrates that the judgment is based not only on belief, but also on the fruit of our lives, the evidence of our faith expressed through love and action. The unrighteous face a separation from God's presence, described as everlasting punishment, a just consequence for rejecting His grace and living without compassion. The truth about everlasting punishment. Many have been taught that when we die, we either go to heaven or are sent to a fiery hell for immediate and endless torment. However, Jesus teaches something different. The everlasting punishment He describes is not an experience we enter immediately after death, but a final judgment that occurs when He returns to establish His kingdom. This punishment is not about endless physical torment, but eternal separation from God's presence, light, and love. It is the destiny of those who reject His grace and live without compassion. As Jesus said, "Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels." God's justice is fair and deliberate. Before anyone faces eternal punishment, all will stand before Christ at the judgment seat. Until that time, the dead remain in their graves, as Jesus declared in John 5:28-29. "Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming, in the which all that are in the graves shall hear His voice, and shall come forth. They that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation." This teaching refutes the idea of an immediate hell after death, focusing instead on the resurrection and Christ's righteous judgment. Let us reflect on these teachings and ask ourselves, are we walking the narrow path? Are we sowing to the Spirit and living out the love of Christ? Our Lord calls us not to judge one another, but to love and serve with humility. As He says in Matthew 7:1-2, "Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you again." May we strive to live in His love, showing kindness and mercy to all, so that we may stand unashamed before His throne.